Hi everyone. Hi everyone. Welcome in to practice. So come on in, get settled, grab your water, grab your journal, your blankets, your pillows, you know the drill. Welcome in. Hop on in the chat. Let me know who's here. If you would like, no pressure. And just come on in and settle in. Welcome if you're watching live on this beautiful Thursday evening here at the end of May. We're almost into June now. So, summer here in the Northern Hemisphere is indeed upon us, although it has been quite chilly recently. I think we're going to get some warm days soon. so, but I think, as I said last time, the sun is shining. So that brings some joy. And that is actually the topic we are going to practice on this evening. We are going to settle into one of the four pillars, which we haven't done in a while, which is gratitude. So, if you all remember, the four pillars of empowered healing practices are gratitude, mindfulness, guided imagery, and deep relaxation. These are four science backed, science loved, I would say, practices, methods, pillars for what can bring us healing, can bring us restoration, can bring us joy, can help us re regulate our nervous system, can help support our body in ways that even our immune system can get what it needs just by us slowing down, taking a breath, setting intentions, practicing. So, really good stuff here. This is why I do this. This is why I love this, because our practices have physiological implications. And I just love that. So, we're focusing on gratitude today. And I'm going to bring in just a little bit. I don't have a ton prepared for tonight, but just a tidbit of information, some science behind it, which is that um, our attention, right? What we attend to in the world, things are constantly trying to grab our attention, right? Marketing, commercials, media, bright billboard, right? All of these things are seeking to grab our attention. And oftentimes we can go on autopilot, right? Which means we're not intentionally choosing what to pay attention to. Which, if you've been with the practice in the channel for a while, you know that mindfulness really helps us in that area because it helps build our awareness. And when we have awareness, then we can build an intention on top of that. Intention to attention. So, I wasn't going to do it, but I will because I love it so much. You've heard it a million times. The famous Viktor Frankl quote, between stimulus and response, right? So, stimulus, all of these things out here vying for our attention, and our response is a space. And in that space is our power to choose our response. And in that choice is our power and our freedom. Our growth and our freedom, I think, is the technical quote there, right? So this empowers us. I love it because it tells us, it reminds us, we don't have to be on autopilot. We don't have to be at the whim of the marketers and all of the bad news that's out there, right? We can choose what we attend to, right? And this isn't to say we should only focus on the good things, right? But in a world where it's so imbalanced to the bad news and the dark and the heavy and all of these things, right? We need to bring balance the other way and remind ourselves and bring intention of what is good, right? And we might say that is so hard because there's so much of this. There's so much and it's vying for our attention, right? It becomes salient. Salient's in the title of this video. To be salient is to be that thing that we notice out in the world. It grabs our attention, right? Those are the salient things. What grabs our attention, right? And so I have good news. It's two parts. One, our practice to become intentional with mindfulness, with gratitude, builds the neural pathways in our brains to strengthen finding the good, right? When we put our intention to find the good, we see the good, we recognize the good, we become aware of the good. I'm using the good as this broad term, it's individual for all of us, right? But when we do that, the pathways between our neurons in our brain cells strengthen, and those circuits fire more frequently, which translates into our experience. So it's sort of this feedback loop. Intentional attention, stronger neural circuitry, more of what we see out there, right? So the practice, what you're doing here tonight, is part of that good news. The second part of the good news is that we're strengthening those circuits, and there's a part of our brain that's literally built for this. And I'm putting my hands back here because it's in the back of our head. It's called the reticular activating system, right? In our brainstem, right? Brainstem is an old part of the brain relative to our prefrontal cortex up here, right? Which is newer part of the brain, helps us think, metacognition, all these things. Right? So this old part of the brain can act as a filter for us. And it filters out sort of what we expect to see, or what we've trained ourselves to see, or what we're looking for, right? You've heard this example a million times, which is when you buy a brand new car that you think is new and unique to you, you take it out on the road for the first time, and what do you see? All the same car everywhere, right? Because that car is in the forefront of your attention and your awareness, and your brain picks up that signal and says, oh, I'm supposed to look for that out in the world. And when I actually look for it, I become aware that, oh, actually, it's been there the whole time. I just haven't been paying attention, probably because you didn't need to, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? But the point is, there's a lot going on in this world that we simply do not consciously know about. We don't become aware. There's too much information. Our brains have to do the hard work of filtering out all of this information. Next time, I will get the bits of information that are coming in every second and how much our brain filters out. It is astronomical. Right? You can tell I'm geeking out on this a little bit because we're talking about the science, and you all know that I love the science, right? But the point here is that when we intentionally bring our awareness to that which is good, right? Tonight, what that means is what we're grateful for. When we bring our attention to that which we're grateful for, we build that neural circuitry, we activate the reticular activating system to help us become aware of more of that in our everyday lives. And couldn't we use more of that? So, with that, I've set us all up, and I'm going to take a left turn because we still have to do a sticker segment, which is a point of gratitude for me, and I hope also for you. I hope this is a fun thing. So hold on to that, right? We're going to get to our gratitude practice in a moment. Maybe your wheels are already turning, bringing your attention throughout the days, or maybe something that's coming up, maybe something right now that you're already grateful for in this moment. If you're struggling to find something, hold on. I'm going to be with you. We're going to guide you through this practice. I'm going to help you find some things, right? So that you can find them out there or in here. And we're going to start to develop those pathways. So hopping on to sticker segment. And if you have come in during my science rambling, do feel free to hop on in the chat. Let me know who is here while I pull some stickers. I don't know what this one is, but I wanted, it caught my eye. It was like this pretty, sorry, I'm like pushing the table. This pretty little setup that I wanted to see. Okay. This one is little. It's got a lot of words though. Okay. And once I get folks in the chat, the next time I'm just going to like rummage around in here until y'all tell me to stop. And that's so that you can participate in sticker segment. Let me see. Here's, ooh. I don't even know if I can read that. Okay. All right. First one up. I don't even know what those second two say. Treat people with kindness. Treat people with kindness. Let's let kindness become salient. Let's let kindness come into our awareness. And please remember, you are a people too. Treat yourself with kindness and love. Aha. This one. Let's see. Can I do it? Each day is a blank canvas. Go and make some marks. Go and make some marks. Bring some good into the world. Bring some light. You are light. And last, I feel there's always one sticker that calls you out. Oh, maybe calls me out. I don't know. And this one is so tricky because it's in like this beautiful script writing. And I thought it was going to be this very gentle message, but no. So I don't know who needs to hear this. Probably me. Well, it says, don't waste your time or time will waste you. Sticker box calling us out. Don't waste your time or time will waste you. You see what I mean though, right? Like this beautiful scripty, flowy writing font. Did not expect that. Anyhow, we all need that gentle, loving reminder sometimes. So there you go. There you go. Okay. That was sticker segment. I love a sticker segment. Always a little bit of a surprise, which our brains also love. I'm just reading a new book about that as well. There's this tension between our brains wanting what we know and looking for new stuff and having to balance that out. Brains are awesome. They're just amazing things. So let's tap in. Let's tap in and settle in. So go ahead and find the posture that serves you best this evening. Grab your water. I'm going to grab some water here. Grab your journal. This one might be good for journaling. Feel free to just settle in. Typical practice with your eyes closed for this one. That definitely works. But this one is also great for journaling right along and sort of writing out your gratitudes as we go. So just pick the mode that you feel serves you best. I'm going to encourage you here. Tap in. Don't choose the mode that you feel like you should do because there's some sort of weird right answer here. There's not. Tap into what you need, right? What does your body suggest? Does it feel better just to close your eyes and sort of go through the practice that way, or do you want to write things out? So tap in. I love just tapping in and listening to our bodies at the start of practice. It's not something that I do, and I I suppose many do, throughout the day. We live in our heads a lot. At least I do again. And so, having this opportunity with these practices to just start right away and just drop into your body and check it out. See how it's feeling. What does it need? When you say I want to close my eyes, how does that resonate with you? Simple things that, maybe we don't attend to during the day. All right. So, settling in to whatever posture you have chosen. And so, if you're journaling, not all of this will pertain to you. You'll know what that means when we get there. I'll try to cue both ways, but just go ahead and settle in. Even if you are journaling, we are going to settle in and take a few breaths right here at the start. So, settle into some stillness. Maybe you've already taken any small movements that you need, adjustments, stretches, got to adjust any of your clothes, anything to make you a little bit more comfortable. Letting your hands rest gently in your lap or at your side and gently closing your eyes if that's comfortable for you. Otherwise, you can just take a soft gaze down in front of you. And if you're just coming in, we're just getting started. Settling in and just becoming aware of our breath. Taking a few breaths here and letting these first few breaths just really be whatever you need them to be. So you might notice I took a nice long inhale through my nose and a deep exhale out my mouth, right? Sort of a deep sigh, just letting that be. Maybe letting the shoulders drop with your exhale. Maybe settling into a breath in through the nose and out through the nose. Maybe allowing your exhale to lengthen. And just rest here for a moment. Just rest here for a moment. Maybe for the first time, just allowing yourself, the first time today, just allowing yourself to slow all the way down. Be in this moment, right here, right now, here at practice. And giving yourself permission to do nothing else except breathe. Releasing in this moment expectations, worries, anxiety, responsibility. In this moment, the only thing you need to do, the only experience, your only lived experience is breathing. Softening into this moment. Perhaps meeting any thoughts, judgments that arise with gentleness. And then, as best you can, letting them go and bringing your attention back to your breath. You get to choose what you attend to. And in this moment, I invite you to attend to your in-breath and your out-breath. I invite you to attend to the softening of your shoulders. I invite you to attend to the softening and the relaxing of your jaw, the muscles around your eyes. Perhaps becoming aware of some gratitude for this moment. Grateful for the stillness, the physical stillness, the mental stillness, the emotional stillness. And if we're not still, grateful for the container of this practice to hold it all gently, without judgment, and letting it be just as it is. We'll begin to transition into gratitude practice. Perhaps scanning your day, your past week, your future. You may even put a hand on your heart to really tap into the feeling. This is a good time, if you choose to journal, to go ahead and open up your journal and write these down. As I offer some suggestions, tap in and see if these feel true to you or could feel true. Feel free also to get in touch with unique gratitudes just for you. Perhaps grateful for waking up in the morning, your eyes open, a soft bed beneath you, pillows and blankets. Grateful for a soft space to rest your head. Grateful for that first cup of coffee in the morning if you're a coffee drinker. If you're not, what do you prefer in the morning? If you're my mom, perhaps the coffee that you're probably holding right now. Some of these are going to seem simple, but I really encourage you to tap in. What would your life be like without these things? The running water, if you're a person that has running water in your house. If you're a person that has a house. The electricity that flows through the walls and turns on the lights. The heat that runs in the wintertime and the cool air that runs in the summer. the sunshine on your face, the sunscreen that protects you from the sunshine on your face, the smile at hilarious jokes, the food you consume every day, the job that lets you make money, the car, the vehicle that takes you where you need to go, the money that pays for the gas to put in the car or get the kids to school or pay the bills, the last person that made you smile, the last thing that brought you some joy, a book you read, a TV show you watched, spending time with your family or friends, a trip you went on, the earth underneath your feet, the sound of birds outside your window. This moment, this breath, this practice, gratitude to yourself for showing up today. And just allowing yourself to explore your day. There's a lot that can go wrong. There's a lot that's heavy. There's a lot that doesn't feel right. But I encourage you to find even the smallest pieces of joy, of gratitude. Let these things become salient. Let these things become that which grabs your attention when you go out into the world. So we'll take a few moments in silence, and either journaling or to yourself, I invite you to simply scan your life and find these things that you can be grateful for. Even the smallest thing, even if you have to repeat the same thing over and over again. Allow that to be. Just a few more moments in gratitude here, scanning our lives, thinking of or journaling that which we can be grateful for. Small, tiny gratitudes, huge life-changing moments, they all count. And as we come to the end together here, I invite you to repeat after me aloud or to yourself, maybe even journaling these down. I am grateful for this moment. I am grateful for this breath. I am grateful I showed up to practice tonight. And when you're ready, starting to take some small movements, wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes, stretching if you need to stretch. Ooh, I can feel the physical activity I've been doing. Um, when you're ready, opening your eyes and coming back into the room where we started, inviting you to bring a smile to your face, if that feels good to you, and welcoming you back to the room. So I would love to know how that went for you. If anything came up that maybe felt unexpected, if it felt easy, if it felt really challenging to come up with some things, feel free to pop it in the chat, pop it in the comments. And I will just share while we're doing that. I became aware that I was grateful for this chair. You guys can't see it, but this chair that I'm sitting in, just grateful to have a chair to sit in. And I got to go deeper than that. And so I just sort of want to offer up my experience and sort of let you know the depth of where this can go. I've been doing a gratitude practice for several years now. And so things are becoming more and more salient to me. And it becomes easier to recognize and truly feel into that gratitude. So when it comes to this chair, if you could, it is a mess. Like the arms are totally broken up, and we've got these covers that go over the top of it. And I actually tried to, it's cockeyed now. So I tried to peel it back the other day, and there's like this glue stuff on it. My hands were so sticky. I don't know what it was, right? So this chair is not like a brand new, shiny, beautiful thing, right? But what I realized in my gratitude was not only am I grateful to have this chair to sit on, I'm grateful that someone somewhere thought up this chair in their mind, delivered it into existence through some form of manufacturing, put it into a store where I could then take my money, which, all of these things. I'm grateful for this person to think it up, to bring it into fruition, to bring it to this. I'm grateful for the store. I'm grateful that I had the money to purchase the chair. I'm grateful that we had the ability to bring it to this place. And I'm grateful that this has been the chair that I've sat on for over 100 different videos with you guys since the beginning of this channel, right? And so it's silly, right? It's just a chair that we take for granted every single day. It's just there and we sit in it, and it's kind of old, so it's kind of a pain, right? And yet, how much gratitude can we offer for this thing that supports us and gives us the ability to sit here and be with you all for every practice? And that's just a chair, right? So tap in, let the good, let that which you are grateful for become salient. This is truly a practice, you guys. And I deeply encourage you all to tap into this gratitude as much as you can, right? It may just be one thing a day where you step outside for the first time and you take that breath of air, fresh air outside, and you say, oh, so grateful for this breath of fresh air, right? If that's a true thing for you. So I encourage it. I hope it was meaningful to you. I hope it brought some light. Mom says she's so grateful for feeling better. Yes, I'm so glad that you are feeling better. Sometimes, sickness can really help us be salient to when we feel better. Right? We can take advantage of being able to breathe through our nose until we can't do that anymore, or not feeling sick to our stomach until we realize, that we all of a sudden are, right? Like, um, so being grateful that maybe in this moment you're not experiencing those things, right? You don't have a toothache or a backache or, these things. Maybe you do, right? And there's practices on this channel to work with those things as well, but just becoming aware of these things. So, I've rambled on enough. I do believe. I think you get the idea. I do hope it helps. I know that it does with practice. The science is there. Our brains are built for this. The reticular activating system has been with us humans for a long time, and it is built to help us find what we attend to. So bring that intention to your attention and let the good shine in. So, with that, thank you all so much for coming tonight, or later if you're watching this later on a recording. And we will be here in 2 weeks, same time, same place. So until then, feel free to join us over in the Facebook group. Remember to like and subscribe. Share this with your friends. Y'all, I've been at 159 subscribers for a long time, and I'd love to see that hit 160. So help me out if you can. And I'm so grateful to all of you. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.